During a hike through the woods, this person encountered something truly unsettling. Ahead of him, a large brown figure could be seen slowly walking up a hill. The hiker quickly recorded the scene, then left the area as soon as possible. Later, he shared the footage online. Viewers were quick to question its authenticity. Whether what he captured was real or staged remains open for debate. This experience happened on May 13, 2017 at 4:31 p.m. The man had been camping completely off-grid in Burkehead Mountains National Forest near Asheboro, North Carolina. Heavy rain had moved through the area that day, and he was nearly 10 miles from his vehicle, deep in the wilderness. When he arrived earlier, the parking area was empty. No other vehicles, no signs of hikers or campers. The weather had kept people away. While hiking uphill along a steep, muddy trail coated in red Carolina clay, he noticed something that made him stop immediately. Pressed into the ground was a trail of large humanoid footprints, each measuring roughly 15 to 20 inches long. The tracks came from a brush-covered hillside, crossed the trail directly in front of him, and disappeared into thick forest on the opposite side. At the time, he didn't believe in Bigfoot and tried to explain it away. He took a few photos and continued on, assuming there had to be a logical explanation. That night changed his perspective. After setting up camp at dusk, he eventually fell asleep. Sometime later, he woke suddenly to disturbing sounds coming from the surrounding forest. He described hearing high-pitched screams, gurgling noises, and strange moans echoing through the trees. Sounds, he said, did not resemble any animal he had ever encountered. Whatever was making the noise seemed close. Although he was armed, the combination of isolation, darkness, rain, and the unfamiliar sounds unsettled him enough that he decided to leave immediately. He lit his lantern, broke down his campsite, and hiked back to his vehicle in the dark. To this day, he says the experience still doesn't make sense. A group of friends in Russia were traveling by car when they crashed into a truck ahead of them. Moments after the crash, one of the girls took out her phone and began recording the scene. While filming, the camera captured something unusual near the road.
Все, закрыто, пожалуйста, только не дергайте. Да куда заводить? Мы никуда не поедем, мы врезались. Не могу. Блин, посигнали ему, чтобы он сюда пошел. Да как я посигнали? Может, он сам сидит на измене? Что это? Надо уезжать. Давайте, пожалуйста, позвоним кому-нибудь ментам или кому-нибудь честно звонить. Позвоним.
In the trees along the roadside, a large dark shape could be seen. The figure appeared tall, with long arms, and stood out clearly against the tree line. The video ends without any explanation of what the figure was, or what happened next. These two photos come from different people and different times in Virginia, and were recently posted to Reddit. Many commenters pointed out how similar the figures look, with some suggesting it could even be the same Bigfoot. Others disagreed, saying the first photo clearly resembled a black bear. The lower image was described as blurry and unclear, making it even harder to judge. Several users with wildlife experience said both images matched the appearance and movement of a young black bear, possibly with summer fur or mange. They also noted that bears can appear surprisingly human-like when standing or stretching. Because of this, most people concluded the images show bears, not evidence of Bigfoot. But what do you think? In 2016, Don Avron was in a wooded area in the USA. The exact location was never specified. While spending time outdoors, he noticed an unusual figure ahead of him. The figure did not resemble a human. It appeared larger than normal, with long arms and a slow, lumbering walk. Don couldn't clearly identify what he was seeing, but when you look closely, it does resemble Bigfoot. He recorded a short video of the figure before it moved out of view. However, for unknown reasons, only a single screenshot was ever posted online, which raises the question, is this story truly authentic? In September 2004, a hiker recorded this video near Hoodoo Creek in eastern Oregon. The location was about 10 miles north of Granite, close to the North Fork John Day Wilderness. Over the course of 3 days, campers in the area reported several unusual events. On the first day, a large dark figure, estimated to be 7 to 8 feet tall, was seen running downhill through thick brush. On the second day, a reddish upright figure was reportedly spotted following a witness near the campsite. By the third day, branches were thrown downhill toward the witness, and loud screams were later heard echoing from a nearby canyon. Did this hiker manage to capture the same figure that multiple people claimed to see? This video was uploaded to YouTube by Lego Clone Boy 321 on August 31st, 2011, and was filmed near Provo, Utah. Take a look. The footage shows a large figure partially hidden by vegetation. According to the uploader, this was not a casual hike. The group was conducting deliberate field activity and actively searching for Bigfoot during one of their explorations. When they spotted the figure, they became convinced they had finally found what they were looking for. Bigfoot is often described as standing between 7 and 9 feet tall, and the figure in the video appears to fall within that range. However, no further updates were ever shared. What happened after the sighting is unknown, which leaves the story feeling a bit sketchy and open to doubt. This video was featured on the Animal Planet show Finding Bigfoot and was filmed in a wooded area in Ohio. The footage shows a tall, humanoid-shaped figure aggressively shaking a tree from side to side. As the shaking continues, the cameraman cautiously moves closer. The recording cuts off shortly after, with no explanation of what happened next. The yowie is a large, human-like creature from Aboriginal folklore, reported in remote parts of Australia. Dean Harrison of Australian Yowie Research says he has collected hundreds of reports over more than 20 years, with many accounts describing a similar size, appearance, and loud vocalizations. Recent reports include a woman in Queensland who said she was pushed during a bushwalk, and a truck driver who reported seeing a tall figure cross the road. With so many consistent reports, there seems to be at least some truth to the yowie legend. On October 30th, just before midnight, John Brown and his brother Ben recorded unusual thermal footage on their rural property in Grays Harbor County. What they captured was something they couldn't explain. The thermal footage appears to show the head, shoulders, and upper chest of a figure. According to the brothers, the figure was standing on a steep hillside, roughly 3 to 4 feet below their position. The property is highly isolated, surrounded by dense forest, with the nearest neighbor about half a mile away. After reviewing the footage, size and shape analysis ruled out deer and cattle. Bears were also considered unlikely, as none are known to inhabit the area. Adding to the mystery, the brothers later discovered large footprints nearby. They conducted size comparison tests using the recorded location and the spot where the prints were found. The results showed a significant difference in both width and length compared to a human. Using a scale pole for reference, they estimated the figure to be roughly 4 feet wide and about 7 feet tall. Whatever they captured that night, it was far larger than anything that should have been there. In 2006, a sister and brother were out hiking in the forests near Tofino, Canada. While walking through the dense forest, they came across something they didn't expect. In the distance, they noticed a figure.
Look! Quick, stay! Stay back!
What the hell?
They later described it as humanoid, standing around 7 feet tall, roughly 50 meters away. The footage itself shows only a brief dark shape, which at first glance could resemble a bear. However, the siblings say the figure moved away almost immediately after the camera was raised. They also insist its behavior didn't match that of a bear. What they encountered that day remains open to interpretation. In 2014, a group of children were playing in snowy woods near a treehouse while one of them recorded a video. During the recording, a large dark figure briefly appeared between the trees, moving upright before disappearing. At first, the children thought it was a bear. Moments later, they recorded tracks in the snow near that area.
Okay, I'm here with...
The impressions were long, deep, and shaped like bare feet. Bigfoot investigator Jack Barnes later analysed the footage. Using a nearby picnic table for scale, he estimated the figure to be about 8 feet tall. The video was later uploaded, and some viewers believed it showed a real creature. Others believed it was all just staged. A carpenter was walking alone through a forest during a routine trip, wearing a backward-facing GoPro camera. At the time, he was unaware that something appeared behind him on the trail. Later, while reviewing the footage, he noticed a large figure partially hidden among the trees. The figure seems to peer out and watch the carpenter as he walks away. It remains still and does not approach, and it didn't look or behave like any animal he knew. The video was later shared online, leaving viewers to examine the footage and decide what was captured in the forest that day. An Instagram page that shares Bigfoot-related content received a strange image from a viewer in Ocala National Forest. The image was captured by a trail camera. It shows a large, furry figure standing behind a fallen tree. The figure appears upright and bulky. At first glance, it resembles an ape, though no wild apes are known to live in Florida. The image quickly sparked debate. Was it simply a person wearing a costume, or did the camera capture something truly unknown? A man and his son were driving to cut firewood. While crossing a ridge, they noticed something moving across a road on the next ridge, about 400 yards away. They slowed the vehicle, and the son grabbed a camcorder from the back seat. By the time the recording started, the figure had already crossed the road and moved behind a mound of rocks. Because of the distance, it was difficult to make out any clear details. The footage shows the last visible moment before the figure disappeared into the woods. They later posted the video online without claiming it was Bigfoot, simply asking if anyone could explain what they had captured. Now, if you're enjoying my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps me creating new stories every week, and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. A mountain hiker recorded this brief video.
What in the hell?
In the footage, a dog can be heard, along with something else making loud, unfamiliar noises. Unfortunately, neither the dog nor the other source ever appears on camera. So what could have been responsible for the sounds heard in the recording? A hunter was using a trail camera in a forest during the fall season when it accidentally captured something unusual. The footage shows 2 dark, upright figures moving through the trees. The outlines of the figures are visible, but no clear details can be seen. The camera remains fixed as they pass across the frame. Because of the poor clarity and lack of context, the footage does not confirm what the figures are. No additional information or follow-up footage is available. This man from British Columbia had recently bought a new phone equipped with an infrared camera. While testing the camera, he began taking photos of his yard. That's when one image caught his attention. In the photo, a strange figure appeared. Whatever was captured seemed humanoid, moving on all fours, but the image quality made it difficult to clearly identify. The photo was later shared online by a friend. Beyond that, no additional details were ever provided. What the camera captured, and what may have been in the yard that night, remains unknown. A man was working on his property while his children played nearby. During this time, they noticed movement behind a cactus at the edge of the yard.
That's that sun is over here. Oh, this thing, this is a cactus. Yo, I saw something, didn't you? Like, I don't know what it was. Actually, I did. It's Bigfoot. Yeah. There's something. Get out of here, right?
The figure stayed behind the cactus for a short while before disappearing from view. They could not clearly identify what they had seen. No sounds were reported, and no physical evidence was found at the location. Was it a person, an animal, or something unknown? The family left the area shortly afterward. A man flew a drone over a quiet lake in northern Maine while searching for a fishing spot. Later that evening, while reviewing the footage, he noticed something unusual. Near the tree line, a tall, dark, fur-covered figure appeared, moving upright on two legs. After spotting this, he returned to the same location and recorded the area again. This time, the figure was gone, and nothing similar appeared in the new footage. He later shared the clip online, asking viewers if they could identify what had been captured. To some, it looks like a person in a Bigfoot suit, but in such a quiet, remote area, it raises the question, why would anyone be walking around dressed like that? A man was reviewing footage from a trail camera placed deep in a forest when he noticed an unusual figure. It looked like a broad-shouldered, heavy-set shape sitting low on the ground with its head bent forward. The posture and build do not clearly match any known animal from the area. The figure also does not clearly resemble a human. Some suggest it could be a person wearing heavy winter clothing. Others point to lighting or camera angles. The footage does not provide enough detail to confirm what the figure is, but it sure leaves a mystery. During a hike through the forest, this person noticed something strange and snapped a photo. They later uploaded a black and white version of it to the Bigfoot subreddit. The image showed what looked like a dark figure lurking behind a tree stump. Some viewers were convinced it could be Bigfoot. Others immediately laughed it off, saying it was obviously just a stump, and in the end, most people agreed. There was nothing mysterious about it at all, just a tree stump in the right place at the right angle. But for a brief moment, people wondered if they were looking at the real thing. In 2021, a Reddit user visited Willow Creek, California, a place already famous for Bigfoot sightings. While hiking through the area, they captured something strange on camera. The photo showed a dark, human-shaped figure standing near the trees. Some people immediately claimed it was Bigfoot. Others dismiss it as nothing more than light and shadow. But the uploader wasn't so sure. They said the shape didn't match any tree, branch, or obstacle around it. So what exactly did they capture out there? Wendy Wilson, an explorer and photographer, shared a photo that showed an ape-like figure hiding behind something metallic. The picture was blurry, but Bigfoot enthusiasts were thrilled, thinking it might be proof of the creature's existence. But others said a professional photographer should have taken a clearer image and suspected it might be reused from the internet. The location wasn't revealed either. So, did Wendy really capture Bigfoot, or just another fake photo? In Florida's Lettuce Lake Park, a strange figure was filmed moving through the swamp. As the camera followed it, the creature even appeared to grab something from the water. At first, people thought it was just a bear, but a park ranger later confirmed whatever this was, it wasn't a bear. The figure turned toward the camera and then slipped deeper into the swamp, before vanishing underwater, something no bear would ever do. Many believe the footage shows the skunk ape, a creature often described as a smaller, swamp-dwelling version of Bigfoot. Witnesses say it stands around 7 feet tall, covered in dark hair, with glowing eyes. In August 2024, a girl was recording lightning from her bedroom window. The room light was on, and everything looked normal. But in the video, 2 glowing lights appeared above the doorway, like a pair of eyes. A second later, they vanished. There was nothing on the wall inside, and when they checked outside, nothing was there either. Her mother replayed the footage many times but couldn't explain it. The lights looked like eyes, staring from nowhere. What could this be? Bigfoot, maybe? This short video was shared online by a hiker, who claims it may be the clearest Bigfoot footage so far. The clip shows a large, dark, hair-covered figure sitting on a fallen tree in a dense forest. The figure appears calm and does not react to the camera. Visible details include long arms, a broad chest, thick fur, and a face that looks partly human and partly primate. The video was reportedly filmed near the Little River in Alabama, an area known for being remote and heavily wooded. But whether the figure is genuine or fake remains a topic of debate. These photos were taken by Arkady Tishkov. Based on the images, the photographer estimated the figure to be around 1.4 meters tall, or approximately 4 feet 7 inches. Alongside the original photographs, a second set of images was later released, featuring interpretive illustrations created from the same material. The images quickly sparked debate. Some viewers suggested the shape was nothing more than a natural rock formation. Others connected the interpretations to older theories, including the so-called horned yeti. Despite the speculation, the images remain unverified. No physical evidence has ever been confirmed to support the claim. What the photographs truly show remains open to interpretation. And if you want some more of these Bigfoot encounters, watch this next video.